Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Play Soon. Also, welcome back to the random interview question series episode 12. In this episode, we are going to discuss an SQL interview question. What is the difference between having clause and where clause? This is the 12th video in the series of interview question. So if you haven't watched the previous interview questions, then make sure you watch them. These are really important questions that are asked in interviews, especially for freshers. Okay, so here in this picture you can see two clauses where score greater than or equal to 40, having score greater than or equal to 40. Now both of them are looking same and both of them are used to filter data whose score is greater than or equal to 40. Now we need to understand when to use where and when to use having. What is the difference between them? How does these both operate? So without any further delay, let's get started. First, let's understand the where clause. Where clause applies condition to individual rows of table and filter out rows that do not meet the criteria specified. For example, as we discussed in the previous slide, where score greater than 40. Okay. Now we are applying the clause where. When you apply where score greater than 40, then it will go to individual rows of the table and check if the score is greater than 40. If it is greater than 40, then well and good. If it is not greater than 40, which means when it does not meet the criteria specified, it filter out the rows. Filter out the rows means it just removes the rows. So after running the statement, only the rows which is having greater than 40 will be there in the table and remaining will not be specified. Now the where clause is used to filter before any aggregation or grouping is done. Grouping means organizing all the data based on columns into small groups. Okay. Once the grouping is done, there are functions like aggregation functions like sum function, count function, average, max, minimum. All these functions are used to make more complex queries, more complex analysis. So in where clause, we are not using all these things. Where clause is a basic clause. Okay. Now let's take an example of where clause. Here we have a table marks. We have column student, course and score. We are selecting the column student, course and score from the marks table and we are specifying this statement where score greater than or equal to 50. So after selecting all these columns, it will check if it is greater than 50. No, this is removed. And all these 4 are greater than or equal to 50. So all these 4 are displayed. This is removed from the whatever it is being displayed here. This is how where clause works. Now let's see having clause. Having clause is used to filter groups of rows after the group by operation has been performed. So in general we use where clause. Once group by operations are done, then we use having clause instead of where clause. Okay. It applies conditions to new data. So what of the data we get from group by operation, on that we use having statements. Okay. Now having clause will use all these aggregation functions like sum, count, average, max, minimum, etc. Okay. All these we can apply in having. Let's take an example. We have the same table marks. We have the same columns. We are selecting the columns. We are applying the function also. Let's see the SQL commands. Here first you can see group by student. Then from this table you can see different students, like you have student A, 2 records are there, right? So when you do group by student, the students records are combined, so the marks are combined. How these marks are combined? We are using this sum function here, sum of score. We are adding the 50 plus 40, that gives 90 for student A. This is how we are grouping and this is how we are adding. Okay. Once the new data is formed, from that data we are taking the total which is greater than 70. Now B is there, D is there, E is there. Greater than 70 is only for E, and in A after the sum it becomes 90. So A and E are displayed. Okay, this is how having works. So in simple, just giving you a conclusion, where clause is used to filter individual rows and having clause is used to filter the grouped data. Having clause is used to do the more complex data analysis, complex queries, etc. So this is it from my side. I hope you understood the difference between where and having. If you have any doubts, make sure you comment below. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please stay tuned for more such content. That's it from my side. Bye bye.